Hi guys, it's Promise Sebastian here again. It's another wonderful Wednesday and trust you are doing just great. Okay, today we are going to be learning how to create ebook mockups on pixellab. And one sweet thing about these mockups is it's more like a smart object in Photoshop for those that have been opportune to use Photoshop. Okay, it's more like a smart object. So once you design these book mockups, you don't have to change them, like you don't have to start designing them again. You could just use your texture here, the texture, like we add images and then add the ebook you design. Probably if you have designed another ebook, and just add them as texture, more like a smart object. You add them as texture front and back, and everything changes to the new ebook you created. So once you just create it, you've created it. So you could go ahead and create a whole lot, change the background and a whole lot of that. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get started on this awesome ebook design. Okay, I'm gonna start by designing the ebook. I would have to erase everything that was done here, so I'm gonna go over to the interface menu here, the menu interface here. So I'm gonna click on white. It's saying that if I click OK, everything is wiped off, so I'm okay with that now. So the size, there are a whole lot of sizes for ebook now. So for the sake of this ebook design, we are doing ebook tutorial design, I'm gonna be using the size 1005 x 320. That's another ebook. That's an ebook size though, but it's not mandated that all the whole ebook sizes are gonna be this 1005 width and 320 height. So other ebooks can also be the same size. There are ebooks that have 1005 x 2004, there are 1005 x 140. Okay, so depending on what your client needs. Okay, so this one is more, I think this one is much more rampant also. Okay guys, I have my size here now. So what I want to do now is get an image from my gallery, the image I use for the background. So I'm also gonna walk around with the color, but I want to get the image first. So this is the image. I've tapped on it, it's coming up on my gallery now. So I'll click OK. So I would want to crop this image now. So I will just go over to crop here, to shape interface here, and click crop here now. So I'm gonna crop it from here. So here is where I want to take. So I'll click OK now. Then I'm gonna draw to the extreme, and you see it doesn't get to the extreme, so you use resize and then resize and resize until it gets, I think it's okay now. So we use relative position, relative horizontal and relative vertical. I think everything is good now. So I'm gonna lock it and see, okay, I have what I'm looking for now. So the text that I wrote there is you can create it. So I'm gonna use the plus and text, and then I'm gonna bring in the text I just brought in now. This is the text now. I'm gonna go to alphabet interface and I'm gonna resize so I can see the text. So I will bring it here. I'll click this good button up now. So I will change the color of this text to white, and then over to font 2 here. So this is our font 2. It has a capital A and small b icon. So I'll go over to my font here. This is the font I use now. So this is the font here. The font is Olivia Sans, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the bold and I'll click OK now. So I'm gonna share this font with you guys also on the description link. It's a premium font though, it's a premium font, so but I will still share it with you guys. So I'm gonna type it. You can create it, so you can. So click OK, and then we'll resize a little bit, place it here, then copy this again, bring to the bottom, then double tap on it, then create OK, and then color is yellow. So this is the yellow color there. The yellow color is there, so no need to look for the yellow color. The yellow color is among all these default colors in pixellab. So look at it here. This one, after this green, light green color, this other yellow, that is it. But you have to walk around it. Just use the plus button and then slide this to the extreme a little, and then slide this to the right a little. So something like this is good now. And I will then keep this guy here. So I'm gonna copy it now, double tap, and then type in my it, and then I'm good. I'm okay with this now. So I will change the font of this it now. So I will use the font tool now. I'll go back to recent because probably I might have used the font. So here is the font Gajilasat. Man, font name can be funny most times. You can hear stuff like Jagali, you can hear stuff like Gotham, even Montserrat. All those where they bring all those names are just funny. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up now and then bring it a little bit down. So I'll shift to the left now. Okay, so I'm gonna use the grid now to see whether these are aligned. Look at the grid tool up here. So I'm gonna on the grid tool now, so to place and see whether they are aligned. Okay, from here now, I think almost everything is aligned, just the heat now. So I'm gonna move the heat a little, and this is good for me. So the grid needs to move a little left too. So this is good. I think I'm good with all this. So I will go over to lock the text so I don't move them by mistake. So I've locked the text. I've locked the background too. So, and that is it now. So what is left is for me to create the image I used here. I actually created it but I will just create the first one and then I'm gonna fast forward this. So you get your first shape now, then you increase the radius to 15, radius of 15, then you resize, then you rotate it by 3, rotate by 3, and you click good now. So then you get another shape now, a circle shape. So I'm gonna create this first one, and the other ones I'm gonna fast forward so you just know how you can create them. So I'm gonna use the button now, position 2 now, to move this, I'm gonna place it somewhere here. Okay, guys, I'm done creating the image. So I want to teach you guys something. Okay, you know, when merging, you are actually merging what you're merging in that quality the image is. Let's go over to this background interface. Let's check this image size. You see this image size is 1005 and 3220. That's so if I'm merging anything in pixellab now, I'm actually merging it in this quality. So, and if this quality is low or high, this image is gonna have this quality. If at all I just merged it now and save this design, now even though I make this design ultra, so pay attention to what I'm teaching now. Even though I make this design ultra, this design is gonna have the pixel as this settings. So what you want to do is when merging, for you to retain the quality of anything you're doing. If at any time, you know, I've taught you guys how to move stuff without merging them, but most of the times you just have to merge some stuff because you want to erase color. So if at any time you want to merge, what you want to do is go to the image size. If the image size is normal, increase it. You can double. I can double this thing, and this is 1.5. I can double it to 3,000, and then this one is 234 something. I can double it to 4,640. Okay, once you double it, if you merge it, it's gonna have the size of those doubles. That is the pixel is gonna be 3,000 and 4,640, which is a very high and clear pixel. Okay, so that's the trick that I just discovered recently, and I felt to share with you guys. Okay, guys, let's continue with what we are doing. Okay, I would want to move these guys up now. I want to move this. You can create up. I'm gonna move the two of them now, so I can have a space to write my text. So I'll get a text now. That was some kind of a text I wrote there. So I'm still gonna change the font, but let me just type it in. Okay, I don't have anything on my clipboard here, so let me just type it in. Just click done because I'm done typing what I'm typing now. So I'm gonna bring this up now, then change to a better font. Go to font interface, then go to my font tool here, and then change. Probably let me check. I might have used this font before. So Olivia Sans Light. So I'll change the color to white. And then I'm gonna resize. Then I'm gonna increase the size to somewhere here. Bring it down a little. So I'll use my guide to check whether I'm still okay. Like this is perfect now. So what is left is for me to keep the placeholder where I typed in my name. So this something like this, and then I'll draw and then place it beneath. Change the color, click good button now, and then I'm gonna change the color to the same color we used, this yellow, and I click OK now. I think I'm good now. So probably I can copy any of this. Let me copy this my text here. So I'll double tap on it now, then delete everything, and then promise Sebastian. Let's say I'm actually the one that wrote the book, or there's no book, I just designed it. You know what I mean. Sebastian. Click done, OK, and then I'm gonna resize to increase the text of the size. Increase the size of the text. So I will change the color to purple. So I have a purple color here, but this is not the color here. So what I want to do, I will just click on this purple, use plus now, then use this my sort tool here. It's used to sort color. So I'm gonna take it to the extreme here, get this dark part of the purple, and okay, you see I have the color now. I'll click good button now, and then I'm gonna resize so it fits in. Then I'm gonna bring it down a little. Okay, I'll bring it up now so it's balanced in the placeholder. So I'm gonna use relative position and keep it to the center, and good button, and we are good with this. Okay, so I taught you guys about using a semi-bold when using placeholders. Okay, you can use medium and semi-bold. You don't use light font on placeholders. Placeholders are meant to be. What I mean by placeholder is this thing, and this yellow stuff, this text is on. It can be a button, it can be shape divide. Okay, so you use semi-bold or medium font. Don't use regular font for placeholders. Okay, so this is perfect now. Okay, I'm gonna save this now, so we'll head over to the ebook design. So guys, I've actually saved the design as very high. You can save as ultra to PNG very high. Okay, so then I'm gonna use this interface here, this background interface here. I'm gonna click this white, so it wipes everything off for me. So but before we wipe it off, for us to keep it saved, so that in case we want to use it again, we can go back to it. So we use this button here. Instead of saving as image, you're going to click as save as project. So I save projects with their short form. Let's say this is you can create it ebook. So instead of you typing you can create it, you just use YC you can create it YCC. Done. That's what I do. I use short names to save. Okay, so the saving is done now. So then I'm gonna click on this background, this white background. Tells me everything is going to be lost, and everything is lost of a truth. So I'm gonna go over to the background interface now. So I'm gonna click on the color tool here, and go over to gradient. So guys, this is the color we used. Okay, what a nice color gradient. But I'm gonna be teaching you guys. Okay, so don't panic. So I'm gonna use any of the colors here in the default color that you have there on your pixellab. So you could choose any of them. So let's just use this now. So I'll use the plus button now, and then this is the arrangement I have. Okay, so the gradient we are gonna use in question now is this now, this other gradient, this one, this third one if you're coming from beneath, and the fourth one if you're coming from the top. Okay, so this gradient now, okay, this one that has the other color here surrounding it, and then another color at the center dispersing. Okay, so this is the arrangement now. So what you want to do is, let's start from the one surrounding this one now, this other color, which is this one now. So we'll click on this color now, and I'm going to use the color code so to get the colors exact now. So pay attention to the color code. I'm going to use the pencil tool now, and then I'm going to erase this color to type in my own color code. So I have the color code in my clipboard here now, so you can type it in now on your keyboard. So you have I told you use capital letters when typing color code. So EF9A20. So I will just paste it now. So I just deleted it. Capital EF9820. 20, and good. I have the color. This is the color here. EF9820. So you click OK, and this is the color here now. So then the one in the middle now, so you tap on this one now, because this is the one that is in the middle here now. So you tap on it now, use the color code again. Okay, then use this pencil lookalike tool here, which you use to type in color, and then tap on the color code now. So I'm gonna go to my clipboard again. So this is the color here. This is the color F2C91C, capital letters. Okay, so I'm gonna paste it in now. So I'm gonna click OK, and then I have the color now, and OK now, and OK again. So you see, this is the color now. Okay, the gradient is so nice now. So what you want to do now is, you see the color is dispersing from the middle, but the idea there is making it look as if the light is coming from the top. Okay, you know those stage like environment. Okay, so that's the idea there. Okay, you make the light look as if it's coming from the top. So somewhere here now is perfect. So this is somewhere here, and then we'll click the OK button. Okay, so guys, this is it. This is the idea there. This is the idea there. Something like this. Okay, so this is it now. So you click your good button now, and then there is one thing I want to teach you guys. You see, this now is still this side of it now, this side of it is still looking bright. Okay, but for you to make it look much more of the stage like a look, so you would want to use the technique I talked to you guys earlier, the sticker technique. Then you tap on, okay, there is nothing I have here now, so let me just get a text now. So you see, the sticker now shadow is now here now. So then I'm gonna delete the text again. I'm gonna delete the text. For those that didn't watch the tutorial, how to get this sticker shadow is let me delete this guy. Just get something, a shape or anything, just leave it there, have it on your background. So you click on the sticker now, and then draw the shadow now. So you go over to your layer now, and then switch to the layer of the shape, and the sticker goes out, and you have your sticker. So you can delete the shape and you still have the sticker here. Okay, so then I'm gonna draw it and draw it and draw it, and then change the color to the other color that we used, the other EF color we used. So I'm gonna use the other EF9820. Okay, so this is the color now. So but you are gonna darken it a little bit, so we'll darken it a little bit, and then so you see it's gonna give this more stage like look than when you just leave it like that. So you place this one here now, and you see it's looking more of the stage like look. The light is just coming from on top, and it's much more realistic and looking more like the stage like. Okay, so this is the idea here now. So you use the plus button from gallery to bring in the image of the mockup you want to create. So I'm gonna tap on it now, so it brings it up from my gallery. So I have the image here on my gallery now, so I'll click the OK button, the good button below. So I'm gonna resize something like this now. So it's time for us to use our 3D tool. So I'm gonna go over to the 3D tool now, and I'm gonna slant this thing now by Y. So I'm just gonna slant it by 10. So -10. That's the angle you're gonna keep it at, -10. So you copy this now, and then duplicate this by copying it, and then place it at the back. But you're gonna change the color to just this purple, so that it won't have these other colors beneath. Okay, so we are gonna do that by changing the color now. So I'm gonna on, and this is the purple color, but the color here we'll have here is gradient. So simple, we have the color gradient here, so we don't have to stress ourselves. We just suck the color, since you can suck color in pixellab. So we'll head over to color gradient, and then we use the plus button. With this arrangement, this is the arrangement of the other gradient. So we'll click on the dark one, which is this one now. Use the color tool now, use the suck tool here now, this one, and then suck from this now. So we'll take from the bottom. So the place I'm keeping now is the place I want to suck the color from. So here now is the color I want to suck. So I'll click OK and OK. Then this one is the one at the top. Click the same color tool, and then use the same suck tool, and then suck from the top here now, because this is the one that is bright, and this is the one that is dark. We'll suck from here, then we'll click OK, and this is the gradient. So simple. Okay, so you see it now. I've actually created it now. So I'm gonna place this guy here. So I'm gonna lock so I don't move them. And then what I want to do now is get a shape, +2 and a shape now. So I'm gonna resize somewhere like this. So you could use a shape of a width. Let's check the width of this now. So the width shouldn't be much. So this width is okay. Let me just check the width of 7 and the height of the height must not be the same, but the width is what we are so cautious about. So I'm gonna rotate this the same way rotate axis of 10. The same angle, 10 angle. That is what we are gonna rotate this one also. So and then we are gonna start adjusting it now to fit in really well. And then we are gonna keep it in the middle of this now. So you would want to add shadow to this now, to this one, to this white shape now. So you want to add shadow to it. So you add shadow to it now and offset the shadow a little bit, not blur reduce. Give the blur reduce and then you offset it X a little bit. So offset of 2. And then this Y, you see the shadow is showing here, so you bring it down so it's not noticeable. Use Y and offset it a little down so it's not noticeable. So an offset of 2 is okay. So I think from the shadow we reduce the blur reduce so it doesn't come out too much. So blur reduce of 5, it's okay. So note the blur reduce of 5, offset of 2x, offset of 2y. So and this arrangement is good now. So what you want to do now is change the color of this shape now to a more, it shouldn't be this white color. Okay, so should in case your text, your book mockup, like the color of the book mockup you are creating is white, so if it's white also it won't make sense. So you change the color. I think pixellab has a more like white close color here. So you see this color is close to white, this F5 so close to white, but it's not white. So this is the color suited for this now. So you see what we have now. So what you want to do now is get a shape now. Get a shape for us to create the shadow that was there. So watch what we're gonna do here. So we'll go over to gradient here and then swipe to this white and black gradient. You see this gradient now, this one. You see what it's looking like here now. So this is the gradient we are gonna use for it. So use the plus button and then remove this white now to the extreme so it's transparent, and then tap on this black. Reduce the black a little bit again. Probably we'll keep the transparency to the middle and then okay. So move this one a little bit now so it gets, you see this transparent one now, this one is the one we're moving. So there is going to be an absolutely transparent space here. So but if I move it here, you see this black color is still here. So I'll shift it somewhere here now. And I think this is okay. So I'm going to resize this now. Resize, and then I'm going to reduce opacity. Opacity of 30 is good now. So I would want to rotate this by Y so it's facing the other side. So this rotation is good now. So I'm gonna move it now. I'm gonna move and 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 move. I'm gonna move. So guys, I think I'm gonna move it a little bit again. So something like this is good. I would want to resize the width. I think the width is too much. So I'm gonna off this so it's not resizing the width and the height at the same time. So let me resize the width first. So a width of 2, and then we'll move left. And then we're gonna resize the height this time. I think the height is too much. So we're gonna resize all this till we get it perfectly what we are looking for. So I'm gonna bring it down now till it laps with the color. Okay, you can see it's lapping now. So we'll have this now. So what we want to do now is head over to this now, copy this again, and then bring it to the front here. So it adds a shadow to this. So and then we'll off the rotation, we'll on from here now. You see this Y rotation, we'll off it now to 0, and then we are gonna bring this up so it looks as if it's a book, so it's not that light. So if you leave it as light as that, it's not gonna look so realistic. So the sweet thing about this, if you're done creating it, you don't have to start creating it again, because you can just use texture and place whatever book you want to place there. So it's so nice to learn how to create it. So you just create a whole lot of them and keep them. So in case you want to mock up, you can just use them to mock whatever you want to mock. Okay, we are still moving this guy now. So this one will have lesser opacity, so that we can reduce the opacity of this one to 25 and then still bring it forward. Okay, and then we are still gonna resize the width. From the look of things, the width is too much, so width of 1 for this is okay. Okay, this arrangement now is good. Now this is cool now. So and then I'm gonna copy this again to place it here. Place it here. So I'm gonna lock these guys. You see where we added the shadows here? Okay, I didn't lock this guy, so let me lock everything. Everything is locked now. So you see where I placed this one now at the edge of the book cover, so it looks more realistic, and we'll place this one here so it looks more realistic like a book. All these small little things are what makes them look realistic, so just be clear about adding them. Okay, just be precise so it looks exactly like a book mock-up. Okay, so this time around we are going to add it somewhere here so it looks realistic, because once a book is here, some shadows are going to come out here. So watch what we I'm doing now. So I'm going to increase the width of this one again, so a width of 3 for this now, and then I'm going to bring it closer, and it's going to be in between these books. It's going to be in between these books. So for this now, so I'm going to move a little. I think the height of this is too much now, so we would want to resize the height. So for this, the height of 79, and then I'm bringing it down now. So we'll still resize the height because I see the height is still much. So height of 77 will do just great. Okay, 77, and I'm still moving it in. Okay, so this is perfect now for this. This is perfect now for this now. So then you add a shadow to this also. Okay, all these minute stuff we are adding to this is to make it realistic. It has to be. Okay, so, and don't bother, you wouldn't go through it again, because once you're done with it now, you can create it anytime again with just texture. You add the book mockup, no need to create all these things again now. So then we are going to add an inner shadow to this other one to make it look realistic. So what we want to do now is add inner shadow to this. The inner shadow is on, so you use a darker purple instead of this other purple. Then we are going to darken this purple. Purple is too dark, so we'll reduce the opacity a little bit. Somewhere here now is good, and then we'll click OK now. Okay, so this is perfect now. So what is left in all this now is for you to start adding those line effects that you see on books. Let me lock all this so I'll show you guys. All these white books now, there is a line effect you're gonna see far as is a book. So it's ought to have those line effects to show that it's more like a book that has pages, a whole lot of pages now. So what you want to do is take any of these shadow. You can take this one, you can take any one, since you can resize the width of the shadow and you can increase the height. So this is the shadow. The shadow does a whole lot of things on this book mockup. So I'm gonna bring this down, and then I'm gonna bring this left now. So you see this shadow is too huge now for this now, so we are still gonna resize the width now. So but now the width is at 1 now, so we cannot resize it now. So this is the trick now to resize some width that you can't just resize. It's off. This enable is on, so it's resizing the width and the height, even though the width can't resize again, but you see it's working now. So I'm gonna off it again and just increase only the height. So let's see what we'll have now. So this is not still tiny enough, it needs to be tiny, so we are gonna resize again. Okay, so resize till you feel it's tiny enough for you. Okay, you could just leave it that way. Okay, this is better now. So you see I have what I'm looking for now, so I will just bring this down, and then so this is how you're gonna do it now. So you just copy and copy and copy and place them all. Okay guys, this is it now. We've actually added all the whole lines here. actually added all the whole lines here. So what we want to do now is with the same sticker shadow pattern, so we'll just click on something else here in the layer and we'll have our sticker here. So why, for those that don't know why we are clicking anything in the layer, once you click on this sticker now and you just click good, the shadow is going to go out. But for it not to go out now, just click on the sticker and then go to the layer and tap on any other thing on the layer. You see the menu of the sticker has gone out and we'll still have the shadow here. So that is why we are doing that. So we would want to bring this to the bottom and then send it to the back. And then change the color to something dark. This the same color here, but it's gonna be dark somewhere here now. So something like this. Draw this now. I'm gonna bring it down a little and then move it left a little, so it looks as if the book is kind of hanging on the air, so the shadow is gonna show beneath it. Okay, so guys, this is it. Okay, it's not hard, it's just simple. Once you create it, you just have it here. So I can just change this now from texture to another book and I have the mockup here. Okay, so take your time. And this one at the back, why we added the inner shadow is for it to look as if it's embossed. So once you add the inner shadow, play around it till the edge here. See, the edge here looks as if it's embossed. So it doesn't look as if it's just like a paper. Okay, so once you add it, just play around with it. You see the edge of this paper now, it looks as if it's embossed. You play around with the inner shadow and then reduce the opacity if you have to, till it looks as if it's realistic, is embossed. Okay guys, this is it. Thanks for watching this awesome tutorial. Okay, so play around with all these things. Okay, you could create some different angles, you know, it must not be the same angle. You could create different angles with this technique. You know what you need to add, just this and all those realistic little stuff you need to add to it to make it realistic. Then you could change background color. You could change the background color. You could even put it on more like a real image background, all this blur background. Okay, so there's a whole lot you could do with this. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you next Wednesday. Enjoyed watching this awesome tutorial. Just do me a favor of liking, sharing this video, and also hit the subscribe button if you've not. Okay guys, keep creating and see you guys next Wednesday.